Oh God, I like to see that happen.
Yeah, that's
I
what I'm
like to see
saying.
that happen. So listen, what do you think? Because I had I like to call it a discussion, or a debate. What do you think about people thinking about you're not really, what's that word, relevant and stuff? You're not a real fighter. 'Cause I had a discussion with somebody about that, and they said I was using the wrong word as saving boxing. And he had also said if I had another opportunity to change that word, I would have.
Welcome to the boxing event of the century, or perhaps just the most outrageous spectacle in recent history. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. It's a matchup so bizarre, it feels like a fever dream. You heard that right. The YouTube sensation, known for his so-called boxing career, is about to step into the ring with the legendary Iron Mike Tyson. And let me tell you, this isn't just a clash of fists, it's a clash of eras, egos, and possibly sanity. First, let's rewind to the recent smackdown on Jake Paul's own podcast. Enter Mike Tyson, the man who once terrorized the boxing world with his raw power and fearsome reputation. Tyson, never one to mince words, took to Paul's show and tore into him with the ferocity of a prime Tyson.
So that's changing the game. Do you think you're changing boxing? Do you think you're bringing a different demographics to boxing?
Yeah, I think shining a new light on it and promoting it in a different way and bringing a new fan base to it that didn't really care, and a big new fan base. You know, like my built-in followings are around like 75 million, 80 million, and so they're all now getting exposed to boxing for the first time and falling in love with it because of my story, because they care about me, as well as other influencers. And it's this whole movement where this new generation of kids now all of a sudden cares about fighting. They care about training. They care about the technique, the jab. Like, how is he throwing? How is he looking? How is his cardio? How is his stamina? Who are his coaches?
This wasn't just a critique, it was an annihilation. Tyson's main jab? Jake Paul's delusions of grandeur. Tyson laid it bare. Paul, with his massive social media following and flashy knockouts, has yet to draw the kind of crowd Tyson did in his prime. And why? Because Tyson's been a game changer in boxing, not just a reality TV star in gloves. Tyson's words hit Paul like a right hook to the ego. In response to Tyson's harsh reality check, Paul's been stewing over his upcoming bout. It's no longer just about a fight, it's about proving himself, or more accurately, proving he can withstand the wrath of a boxing legend who's barely a shadow of his former self. And speaking of shadows, let's talk about Tyson's upcoming challenge. The bout is set for November 15th, but here's the kicker: Tyson, at 58, is facing not just Paul but also mounting health concerns. Originally scheduled for July, this fight got delayed after Tyson experienced a health scare, an ironic twist considering he's supposed to be the seasoned pro here.
You said that you think Mike Tyson's gonna beat my ass.
Yeah. Listen, I've seen how Tyson moves around, just like to show me stuff. He was like this footwork moving, like you move like this, and I'm like, hold on, like, you know, calm down. You know, Mike will move from this side to this side without you knowing exactly at which moment.
So what do I have to watch out for? So what do I have to watch out for?
Everything. I mean, knowing Mike, I just believe that Mike would beat him.
Tyson's age and health have become a hot topic of debate. Reports reveal that his medical evaluation will occur just a day before the fight. Yes, you heard that right, a last-minute checkup that could make or break the event. The concern isn't just about Tyson's physical condition, but also about the implications of such a hasty assessment. Meanwhile, Jake Paul is as confident as ever. He's not sweating the medical drama and remains committed to the fight. Because why would he worry? After all, this is a guy who's built his career on making headlines, not necessarily on making opponents fall with a single punch. As the fight draws nearer, the drama intensifies. Enter Eddie Hearn, a heavyweight promoter in his own right, who has voiced his concern. He believes that a victory by Paul could spell disaster for boxing's credibility. It's like watching a slow-motion car crash where the only thing getting wrecked is the sport's dignity. Hearn is not alone. The boxing world is abuzz with speculation and worry. Some fear that this spectacle is less about a genuine competitive bout and more about a cash grab. After all, Tyson's return to the ring after nearly 2 decades of inactivity might not be the triumphant comeback fans were hoping for. Tyson's camp insists he's in peak condition, despite the health scares and his age. The former champion has even taken extreme measures to ensure he's fight-ready, including abstaining from marijuana and sex. Talk about dedication or desperation. Tyson's return isn't just about him, it's also about his legacy. He's stepping into the ring with a man who represents a new era of boxing, an era that's as much about social media as it is about the sport itself. And Tyson, well, he's caught in this bizarre limbo between his glorious past and a potentially humiliating present. As for Jake Paul, his track record includes a mix of victories and controversies. With a 101 record, his sole defeat coming from Tommy Fury, Paul has faced criticism for his choice of opponents. Many argue that he's cherry-picking fights with fighters past their prime. And now, he's facing Tyson, a fighter who, despite his age, still has the potential to land a knockout punch. In the midst of this chaos, Tyson remains resolute. He's been open about his motivation for the fight, stating that it's more about personal fulfillment than the opinions of others. It's a bold stance, especially given the growing concerns about his health and the overall integrity of the match. Enter Joe Rogan, who, despite his support for Tyson's decision to fight, has voiced serious concerns. Rogan has expressed a mix of admiration and apprehension, questioning Tyson's ability to perform at his best. After all, watching a 58-year-old face a younger, fitter opponent raises more than a few eyebrows. Rogan's perspective is a crucial one. He's seen the ups and downs of many fighters, and his insights into Tyson's preparation or lack thereof shed light on the risks involved. Tyson might look great in short clips, but as Rogan points out, the real test will be seeing him perform over several rounds. The fight is shaping up to be a mix of high drama and potential disaster. With extensive brain and heart tests scheduled, the scrutiny on Tyson will be more intense than ever. Will he be able to withstand the pressure and prove that he still has what it takes? Or will he crumble under the weight of his own legacy? Jake Paul, on the other hand, is preparing with his typical bravado. His training has been relentless, and his confidence is sky high. Whether it's because he genuinely believes in his skills or because he's playing a masterclass in psychological warfare, Paul is ready to face Tyson despite the many concerns surrounding his opponent. As the date approaches, the boxing world is on edge. The fight promises to be a spectacle of epic proportions, but at what cost? Will Tyson's return to the ring end in glory or disaster? And will Paul be able to capitalize on Tyson's vulnerabilities? Or will he find himself overwhelmed by the ferocity of a true legend? In the broader context, this fight is more than just a matchup between two fighters. It's a commentary on the state of boxing today, a sport where social media clout can sometimes overshadow genuine skill. Tyson's comeback and Paul's rise both reflect this strange new world of boxing, where fame and controversy can sometimes eclipse true athletic prowess. With the fight still several months away, the anticipation is building. Fans are eagerly discussing the potential outcomes, and the media is buzzing with speculation. Will Tyson defy the odds and deliver one last knockout punch, or will Paul prove that he's more than just a flash in the pan? And let's not overlook the voices from within the boxing community. Many are torn between excitement and concern. Eddie Hearn's worries about the fight's impact on boxing's reputation reflect a broader unease about the direction the sport is taking. Meanwhile, Tyson's personal motivation and Paul's relentless confidence add to the mix of emotions surrounding this event. In the end, whether you're a die-hard boxing fan or just someone caught up in the spectacle, this fight is set to be a defining moment in the sport's history. It's a clash of eras, personalities, and perhaps even ideologies. And as we count down to November 15th, the only thing certain is that this fight will be talked about for years to come. So, get ready for a wild ride. The boxing world is watching, and so should you. Stay tuned for more updates, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of the latest developments. And while you're here, check out our other videos for more in-depth analyses and behind-the-scenes looks at the world of boxing. From the latest news to exclusive interviews, we've got you covered. The stage is set, the fighters are primed, and the countdown has begun. Will this fight be a triumphant return for Tyson or a monumental victory for Paul? Only time will tell. Until then, stay tuned, stay excited, and keep your gloves up. 6:45. Fade out with upbeat outro music and on-screen text inviting viewers to subscribe and watch more videos. Voiceover, thanks for watching, and we'll see you ringside.